Hello there. Have you ever wondered who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James? We took the 95-96 Bulls and put them against the 2012-2013 Miami Heat, put them in the same season, and we are going to see who is better. I took the top 8 players from each team, so we got B.J. Armstrong, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Luke Longley, Tony Kukoc, Ron Harper, and Steve Kerr, and put them in on the Bulls team in the modern era. The fatigue is off, so I gave Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen full minutes and Dennis Rodman their third best at 39 minutes. And I did the same thing for the Heat. I gave LeBron and D Wade full minutes and their third best Chris Bosh at 39 minutes. We got Chalmers, D Wade, Ray Allen, LeBron, Chris Bosh, Shane Battier, Chris Anderson, Birdman, and Mike Miller. Now these two teams are, in my opinion, pretty evenly matched. The top 3 players are about as good as each other. It's just really up to the supporting cast because we all know those 3 players on each team are all really good Hall of Famers. You know how it is. And they play each other in the first game of the year, so let's see how their first matchup goes. And the Chicago Bulls come out on top and they win by 8 points, 116 to 108. Dwayne Wade 34, LeBron 28, 7 and 7, Chris Bosh 19, 10, and their supporting cast not that great. The supporting cast comes up with 27 points behind the big 3. Michael Jordan with 37, Kukoc 25, Scottie Pippen 22, Dennis Rodman 16 rebounds. And their supporting cast gave them 54 points. So we're gonna be looking at the Heat until December 11th and seeing how they do in the modern era. And I think this team's gonna be like really dominant because they're a lot more physical. They got Dwayne Wade, they got LeBron, Chris Bosh. That would be the best big 3 in the league now. Is maybe one of the best big 3s of all time. And then lose to the Wizards. And we know the 2K simulation is not 100% accurate, but it is a fun thing to look at just to see if they were to play each other in 2K. It's not a real life, but it's a nice tool to see, you know, because you can't do it in real life. This is the next best thing. At December 11th, the Miami Heat are 25-2 with the loss to the Bulls and the 4-point loss to the Wizards. And the Chicago Bulls are 23-3 with a loss to the Dallas Mavericks, the Brooklyn Nets and KD, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we're gonna watch the Chicago Bulls all the way through the All-Star break. Oh, we got a game right here on December 20th we gotta look at. The Chicago Bulls and the Miami Heat get their revenge and they even up the series 1-1. Dwayne Wade with 37 and 9 on 11 of 14. That's great. Wow, he really dominated Michael Jordan in that game. LeBron with a triple-double, doing his thing. 4 of 10 from 3, that's pretty good. Chris Bosh chipping in as well. The supporting cast doing not that bad. 25, 31, 34 points from the supporting cast, that's pretty good. And their supporting cast was 22, 31, 36 points, so pretty even. And Scottie Pippen with a triple-double and 5 steals. So the series is now 1-1. Pretty even, just as I would think. Let's see if they can get their revenge here on the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Bulls. They lose to the Bucks and Giannis, that's acceptable. And they lose again to the Cavaliers. Cavaliers have the Bulls number, it looks like. And they are just stomping out teams right now, winning by over 20 in every game. That game is almost by a 40-point victory. And what would be interesting to see in this is if you hit that subscribe button right now, let me know who's going to come out of the Eastern Conference, the Bulls or the Heat. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And right after the All-Star break, the Chicago Bulls are 52-7, which is pretty good, but 7 losses is more than I thought they would have. And the Miami Heat are also 52-7. Both teams are 52-7. And the Miami Heat lost 3 games in a row to the Hawks, the Pelicans, and the Mavericks. We're going to simulate to their 3rd game of the year against each other on March 18th, the Heat versus the Bulls. Really, all the other games don't matter because their records are the exact same, so you got to see their head-to-heads. And their next head-to-head is coming up right now, and the series is tied 1-1. And the Bulls take the 3rd game of the series by 4 points, a really close game. Michael Jordan doing pretty well. Scottie Pippen with another triple-double, well-rounded game. Kukoc chipping in on 7 of 10, that's really good for him. And Dennis Rodman with 25 rebounds. Oh, and there it is. It's a bad game by LeBron. Shooting not that bad, 9 of 17, over 50%, but only 21 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. That is considered a bad game for LeBron, so you got to blame this one on LeBron. They only lost by 4. If he would have scored 26 points, they win that game. But Dwayne Wade doing awesome. Ray Allen doing really well. 6 steals from Ray Allen. That's a lot for anybody, but especially Ray Allen. They're going to simulate up until right before the last game of the regular season, just so we can see what each team's record is before we go into the playoffs. And with 1 game to go, the Heat are 73-8, and the Bulls are also 73-8. So maybe one of these teams might get the regular season advantage. And the MVP of the league is LeBron James. He takes it over Michael Jordan. He averaged 34 points, 9.5 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, and a block and a half, shooting 56% from the field and 44% from 3. A lot of people say LeBron's weakness is 3-point shooting. Doesn't look like it in this case. And 6th man of the year is Tony Kukoc, a great supporting cast member for those Bulls teams. Really underrated underrated and really one of the first European guys to really flourish in the NBA, even though European guys had that tag of being soft. Tony Kukoc held his own with Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen on his team, so he obviously wasn't that soft. Defensive player of the year is Scottie Pippen, 24 points, 12 rebounds, almost 10 assists, so he averaged basically a triple-double. 2.5 steals, 1.5 blocks. So Michael Jordan's supporting cast is really, really good. And I bet Dennis Rodman led the league in rebounds. We'll go check that out right now. Billy Donovan is coach of the year. That is the Bulls coach, 74-8, and 73-9 executive of the year. That's got to be the Heat. So all NBA first team, Michael Jordan didn't even make it. LeBron on there, Scottie Pippen on there, but no Jordan. Michael Jordan and Dwayne Wade are on the second team. The old man LeBron is on the second team as well with them. And Chris Bosh is on the third team. All defensive first team. Michael Jordan's on there. Dwayne Wade's on there. Scotty's on there. And LeBron's on there. And Anthony Davis from the Lakers. Dennis Rodman's on the second team. Let's see how many rebounds he averaged. Dennis Rodman averaged 19 rebounds a game. So Michael Jordan had the defensive player of the year, sixth man of the year, and rebounding champion on his team. And they only had maybe one game better than LeBron's Miami Heat. Before we get into the playoffs, let's take a look at the stats and standings. Also hit that subscribe button and let me know who you think's gonna win in the comments. So the Bulls finished 74-8, the Heat finished 73-9, so that means they won and lost their last game. Their point differential is basically the same, just a half-point difference. The Bulls had the best defense in the league at 99.8 points per game given up, just under 100 points, and the Miami Heat had the best offense in the league at 127 points. It's really a battle against the best offense in the league versus the best defense in the league. Michael Jordan, third in the league, is scoring at just under 34, 6.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists, 2.5 steals, so he's just below LeBron in every category except for much below in rebounds and assists. League's leading rebounder is Dennis Rodman by over 5 a game over the next side, which is Chris Bosh. And in the East, the Chicago Bulls are the 1 seed and the Miami Heat are the 2 seed, just that 1 game difference splitting them up. But the Bulls got Giannis Antetokounmpo in the first round. That might spell some trouble. Doesn't look like it. Oh, just as I said, they lose. We'll score. They lost by 10 points. Giannis did well. And the Miami Heat sweep the first round against Toronto Raptors. Bulls get the gentleman sweep against the Bucks. And they got the Pacers. That's an easy matchup for them. Both teams 1-0, 2-0. They both lose the third game. Indiana beats the Bulls 121-105. Halliburton with 18 assists. That's incredible. Michael Jordan 33 points. Scottie Pippen 26. So they just got beat. Gave up a lot of points in their standard. Jason Tatum went off with 38 points. So did Chris Bosh, 39-17. That's a huge game. LeBron James let him down, 14 points only. That's terrible. That's not a good game. 3-1. The Heat get the gentleman sweep, and the Bulls also do. So this is what we've all been waiting for. The Eastern Conference semis, we got the Chicago Bulls versus the Miami Heat. The Bulls lead the regular season series 2-1. They had a 1-game advantage over them in the regular season record-wise. So let's see who actually wins when it comes down to it in the playoffs. And the Miami Heat steal game 1 in Chicago. Michael Jordan held to 10 points and a fouling out. Dennis Rodman, 8 points, 19 rebounds. Scottie Pippen trying to carry the load, 22 points, 11 rebounds. Bad game by Michael Jordan with 10 points and fouling out in 27 minutes. LeBron James on the flip side with 53 points, 9 rebounds, 15 assists. That is domination right there. Just went in there and asserted dominance in game 1. But Michael Jordan, again, only 17 points in this game. LeBron James with 41, 16, and 8. Even though they lost, that is asserting dominance, and they win game 3 in Miami. Chris Bosh with a huge game. LeBron, a terrible game, 3 of 11. But they won. Michael Jordan did well, 35 points. Scottie Pippen triple-double. Let's see if they can take a 3. It's a 2-2 even series, just as we suspected. Another evenly matched game. Michael Jordan dominated the game, 42.6 rebounds, 7 assists. Game 5 goes to the home team Bulls. Michael Jordan 34-8-6. LeBron 34-4-9. Gotta go to the Simcast for a possible elimination game. So the Heat need a win and they jump out to an early lead. They need a win to stay alive. It's back and forth though. The Heat up by like around 10 points. And it's back and forth. And the Miami Heat have been eliminated. They lose by 11 points there. And they scored 18 points in the fourth quarter. LeBron with 36. D Wade with 31. Bosh with 21. Michael Jordan with a triple-double, both only 23 points. Scottie Pippen with 28. Dennis Rodman, only 11 rebounds. They only scored 18 points in the fourth quarter. I wonder how that happened. Guess that's that lockdown defense by the Chicago Bulls and a lack of firepower from the Heat, even though they led the league in scoring. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade did not pull through and win 2 more games. And the Chicago Bulls took it in 6, only allowing 18 fourth quarter points to the Miami Heat. And now they're in the finals against the Clippers. And I think we know what happens there. It's a sweep for the Chicago Bulls. The MVP is Scottie Pippen. That is not something you expect. Was Michael Jordan even the best player on his team? He didn't win any awards. He didn't win Finals MVP. Scottie Pippen was doing everything for them. So if you want to see more stuff like this, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.